Live again. I always feel awful for these hours. I get really nervous. Wait till a few people join. Hello, Alex. How are we? So this week's podcast, we're introducing a good friend of ours, Alex Field. He's on our upcoming release that is out tomorrow. Make sure you go and check it. Our link's in the bio. OR NG002 Alex Field and Digit 97 colour scale EP. Such a sick EP, and I'm buzzing to have Alex on. So I'll drop him an invite now, and we'll get chatting. If you've got any questions, feel free to just ask in the comments. I'll send him an invite now. Hello,
Hi.
Alex.
Hey.
How are we?
Oh, fine, thank you.
It's a bit nervous.
A little bit nervous. First live stream ever, so let's see.
Yeah, I always get nervous beforehand. I always check my heart rate on my watch before it, and it's about 100 beats per minute.
Oh, I don't have something like this, so it's okay. It's probably normal. I'm not sure.
Anyway, how are we? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit excited also because of the release tomorrow. So yeah,
I'm excited. I'm so happy to have you on board. I'm buzzing with it. So we'll go more into the release soon, but we'll just start with. So where did your music journey start? Where did you find your love for house music?
Started about I think spring 2007. Something like this. So yeah, a little bit longer than. Yeah, I'm old, so. But I think I started when I was 17 or something like this. I bought some Newmark turntables. Do you know the?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure why. When I was younger, the Love Parade was still a thing.
Yeah.
They even broadcasted it in the television. So I don't know, when I was 10, 11, whatever, I've watched this and thought, yeah, this is cool, but I did not understand this because, you know, when you're younger, it's just overwhelming. Seeing all these people, they were about 1 million at one point, I think. So you can't imagine a rave with 1 million people.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't start with electronic music in the beginning. I was more into rock music and later also metal. And I'm not sure where it started, but I always had some. I always liked melodic music, and so when electronic music came, it was first trance music, and for maybe 3 or 4 years, I was a huge fan. I bought vinyl, a lot of vinyl. I checked my emails. I think the first ones were about €8. I think they're much more expensive now.
Definitely.
But at this point, I didn't have a job, and even for young people, it's even more expensive. You look, what can I sell to buy more vinyl?
Right.
And so yeah, but about 2010, 11, whatever, I lost interest in this kind of music somehow, getting older, whatever, and yeah, I always thought making my own music would be an interesting idea, but I'm not sure why I've never started it. I always had some gigs here and there. Just I always liked DJing, but I never thought, okay, I will have to do this and ask someone, and because the scene here is a little bit smaller, and I'm not sure why, but never made it really out in the clubs, but played here a little bit with friends and whatever. But then I decided to look a little bit around and seen that the Two Room has an academy, so it's something like yeah, a course where you can learn to produce with Ableton, and this was 2 years ago. Yeah, already? I'm not sure. So long ago, yeah. And yeah, so with this it started, and yeah, now I'm here.
Now you're here.
Making music. I'm not sure why, but it happened, and I'm really happy about this.
Good. I love that. So so obviously it's quite small where you're from then, the music scene. What's it actually like?
I would say we have maybe half a dozen clubs where you can go. A bigger one that before I think more had techno, but they start to also look in other directions. I've played there this summer when everything was still a little bit open, and they had an open air cafe.
Yeah.
And there's also another club where maybe you know Tapesh.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's also from Düsseldorf.
Lovely.
And yeah, with his new label, etc. He plays there sometimes, and yeah, but nothing big. If you like to go to more clubs, you have to go to Cologne, which is about half hour by car. So it's all right. You can go somewhere, but not especially for electronic music. It's a little bit hard. Yeah.
See, that's similar with me. I'm probably 30 minutes from Manchester, and then Manchester's got a big scene for the minimal and house music at the moment. So I am a little on the outskirts too. Yeah,
I already know a lot of people from or near Manchester, like you.
Yeah.
You can clearly see the scene there is much bigger than here.
Yeah.
So, but the good thing is, I can always go to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
It's about 2 hours or 2.5 hours to Amsterdam. And even before Amsterdam, there are a lot of cities where you can go, and great raves, big parties. It's amazing, really.
That sounds amazing. So would you just drive to Amsterdam?
You can. It's probably better to go by train, because the city is really not for cars. You can park for 1 hour, and then it costs you €5 or whatever. It's very expensive. They don't want cars there. So, but if you, I don't know, get a room somewhere outside, you can go by car probably. Yeah.
So would you just get the train into Amsterdam and party all weekend?
Yes, you can, but I did not do this until I would say 5 years ago. I once drove to Rotterdam with a friend, and we decided to go to
techno scene in Rotterdam, isn't it?
Yes, but there was a party at what was the club called? I don't know, but it was they had 3 floors or 4, I'm not sure. But it was a night where they had a lot of British DJs. Invited, I don't know. Dale Howard was there, Hannah Wands, and some other smaller ones. But the main floor was full with techno.
Yeah.
Didn't go there. It was so packed you could not get anywhere. It was just you stand there and like, oh, okay. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But we did not get a room. We thought, okay, we will go there, party a little bit, and drive home. But we were so tired, and we just slept in the car for a bit, drove until the border, I think, and then in the morning we got to his home, and just got something to eat for breakfast, and then there was a party.
I've done that before. We went to Fabric in London, one of the biggest clubs in London.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah,
we went to go and see Ricardo Villalobos, and our train was at 10 o'clock in the morning, and he only come on to DJ at 7 a.m. So we had to. So we saw it 2 hours or an hour and a half, and then we quickly ran back to our hotel, got all our stuff, and then we had to go and get our train. And I remember getting on that train. I was still like that, still a little bit drunk, like that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not suitable to be going home now. Still be in the club."
Yeah. I thought the clubs are closed earlier, or is London something?
Well, see, London's a little different. When it comes to Fabric have sometimes can push their license to 24 hours.
Ah.
But most clubs are till 6 a.m.
Okay, that's quite normal.
But there's also a club called 93 Feet East where Fuse do their after parties. So that opens at 7 a.m. So you can just go straight there for an after parties. No, it doesn't. You can do day parties, but it doesn't do night parties. It does like morning parties.
Okay.
7 a.m. and then you're there all day till 10 o'clock at night.
Ah, a little bit like in Berlin. They have plenty of.
Berlin, very similar to Berlin. And then there's a few other like illegal raves that are on all weekend in London. It's got a big scene in London, but then in Manchester, there isn't much at the moment. But the lads who run Animal Crossing. The biggest label in Manchester at the moment, they're bringing and opening a Sunday party up. So it's going to open Sunday morning and then party till God knows what time Sunday. So we're slowly turning into something like Berlin is, where it's open Friday morning till Monday morning.
Nice. I hope to come to Manchester sometime when all of this is over, you know.
Feel free to come and we'll go and party.
Yeah, thank you.
So have you ever been to Berlin yourself?
Yes. I have friends there, so sometimes I visit them, but usually we just go to one or maybe two parties, not because everyone goes to Berlin just to go to a rave, but the city is, even if it seems that it's just loud, it's quite peaceful there. Depends on where you are, because the city is really big.
Yes. See, I went to Berlin with my girlfriend, and one thing I realised that's different compared to England is when we go to party in England, we get all dressed up in getting our rave gear, and we go to party, and it's all about getting like people go for photos and go for like the type of recording the videos. But when I went to Berlin, it was a lot more chilled out at a rave. It was a lot more, you'll find people just sat there at the side having a chat with their friends instead of taking it really seriously. And I really enjoyed the aspects of Berlin.
Yeah.
So as we go on to the next bit, so how did you and Digit start the EP? Where was the initials, like hello, and where did you start it?
Dennis and I just had a chat a few hours ago, and I scrolled all the way up and have seen that it's been exactly 5 months when I just started to say hello and I like your music and just chatting a little bit, and so we decided to make music together just by I'm not sure who started, but just a little beat and send it over per WeTransfer and see what happens. We did not have anything in mind to release it or whatever. We just thought, okay, let's try it. Why not? And so we started with the original mix of "Full to Your Love," and it was more a deep house vibe, and we thought, it's cool, but we both looked for something that we could also play in a club, and then we talked about it and said, okay, let's just do a little bit more stripped version, so the club mix. And
so I think that was the first track you sent over to me, to the club mix, and that was like, when I first heard that, I was like, I want to get you on the label straight away. So did you produce the songs, the colour scale and minimal, before that or after the club mix?
Afterwards. So at first it was just the original mix and the club mix, and in the minimal was actually a track that they both already made somehow. It was not sure if they said it was finished, but they decided to put it on the EP as well, and sent the project over to me, and I tried a few things, and yeah, so it worked out to be even more stripped. But yeah, what I really like about their music is they somehow managed to get this no art vibe, and I'm a huge fan of Another, and yeah, we thought to, actually it was just before we wanted to Full to Your Love as the A side, and thought, okay, this is the project, and okay, we have more tracks, but then we've talked with you. You said, do you have another one?
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, let's see, and just started another one, and this was Color Scale, and I don't know, it was, we did not have anything in mind. We just started another project like Full to Your Love, and it got even faster finished than Full to Your Love, because we were quite hyped and thought, okay, this could be our chance. Cool EP, and it actually started with this bass line. It's a sample of, I don't know, some bass guitar player or whatever, and we somehow built the track around just this bass line, and yeah, then it started out to, they added a lot of more melodic parts, whatever, and it, yeah, I don't know why, but it started to feel just right, and we both, or we three like the track very much, and we're glad that you also like it.
Yeah. Everyone, when released tomorrow, everyone's going to like that Color Scale. I was really, really proud to have that on the EP. I loved it, because I remember when we first originally talked, we was on about having Fool to Your Love as the actual A side, but I think once you sent Color Scales over, I was kind of like, no, I want Color Scales. I think we could all agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. It's for me, when I think of EPs, I think it's like a mini album. I mean, extended play usually is just an album shortened, but the cool thing about this EP is also that it feels like that Color Scale and In the Minimal is the first chapter. So really A and A side, and another story is Full to Your Love, because the vibes are really different. I mean, the club mix, yeah, you could play this also in the club, but Color Scale and In the Minimal have this no art vibe.
Yes.
And the other ones are more, probably just more like us.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this is a cool idea. So
yeah,
let's split it a bit.
Thought about that. It's like 2 chapters to the EP. Yeah, completely agree there. Yeah, definitely. So who are some of the big DJs and producers that are you looking up to? So,
like I mentioned before, Another, definitely. Yeah. These guys are wizards, really. I've watched a little bit of their tutorial, like the Sona or whatever it's called, and it's really, they just sit there and one guy looks for a sample, and the other guy just puts a few notes, and okay, this is a bass line, here a little bit this and there, and you just listen to an almost finished track, and you're like, how? And yeah, this is, I think the first tracks, they were a little bit different and probably harder, but I'm not sure, I had to look up the tracks, but the one that was released by Defected, or the sub-label, Nobody's Fool was a track, I think. Really blew my mind. And from that point on, I thought, okay, I have to understand how they make music, and I don't want to copy them, but the vibe, the flow, it's really unique and special, and I hope to see them one day live because I just see when they're in Amsterdam, in whatever, in some tower, in a church, whatever, it's amazing, really. And of course, the melodic parts is like Chris Dassi and Joko, who is from Cologne. I don't know why, I've never seen him. And when it comes to more of the techie side, it's definitely Luc van Dijk. So a lot of influences from the Netherlands, but I also listen to a lot of great artists from the UK, like Jennings is really nice, the first release from your label. And there are so many. It's too hard. I just have to look them up. So, but one special guy, definitely, King. The Bulgarian guy.
Yeah.
Wow, mind blowing. When he's live, you can just watch it on this little screen, and you just watch, and you're hypnotized because he plays something, and it always sounds so fantastic. So yeah, King definitely.
Yeah, I've seen Kink live before, and it's something special seeing him playing all them instruments. He's
and he's always smiling like, this is the best thing ever.
Definitely. And about, there's obviously another, and Chris Stussy and Jocko, all of them I want to book in Manchester. Every single one of them I want to bring for a party.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Definitely something for the future. So they're the people you look up to. So who are some upcoming producers?
I'm in a group with a lot of really cool guys, and there's one that really is outstanding. His name is, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Nas Elmas. Not sure. But he had a release with what was it, Antera? Just it's somewhere in the top 10 right now. It's really nice. Jennings for me as well. Yeah. The guy I'm currently working with is Marcel Maximilian. He also worked with me on the Forces, the second release, whatever, on Coma. And yeah, the funny thing is, it's actually the same with as with Digit. I don't know how, but I found him on Instagram, wrote him a message, and he lives the town, it's called Hilden, next to Düsseldorf. And, I thought, okay, let's meet. I don't know, I don't know you, whatever, just make music. And it worked. He's very talented, but I think he's just still a little bit too shy. He has some projects here and there, and he shows me, and I always say, why don't you send it to some label? It's really nice. It's very good music, but yeah, we will see what the future brings. Yeah. I think I was 2 weeks ago. He rents a little studio here in this town, and but when he goes, and we were in the studio 2 weeks ago and made a track, and yeah, let's see if his name gets out a little bit more. Yeah. And yeah, who could I mention? DV8. Yeah, Adam from Hotwire.
Saw him in the comments not too long ago.
Oh yeah, he's there. Hi.
So yeah, definitely. Some people do have that reserved style of releasing music. Some people go all out. Yeah, I'll release. But some people just have quite a reserved style, don't they? Yeah. But
I think I'm also a little bit like this, because I probably could finish a lot of more tracks, but if I'm not 100% satisfied, I don't like to send it somewhere. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's not against anyone, but sometimes I listen to tracks that sound so they've done it. It sounds very good produced, but it's not catchy enough. It's like you will yeah, listen to it a few times and then just forget about it. And a good friend of mine always I'm not sure, a few years ago said you always have to the music has to, should I describe this? Should always tell a story somehow. Yeah. I mean, electronic music or this kind of music has repetitive things, but it's not that we just make a loop and another loop and just, it has to be some kind of story. Yeah. Another element in the second break and something that makes this track interesting. And that's why I don't finish much music, because I'm, you can do this better and this, and but it helps me to send music to other people just to yeah, get some feedback and understand what am I missing maybe, and yeah, this helps a lot. But I probably should work faster to release more music, but yeah, it is what it is.
No harm in doing it, because you see people who have 3 releases a year and they're all big releases. So it's just being picky with who you send it to too. So
yeah,
do in that, who would be some of the big labels you want to release on? Maybe like one day.
Oh, big. Oh, I think Swerve Digital would be great. It's quite big for me. And what else? There are so many great labels.
Obviously.
But I'm far from being too good enough for releasing on PIF. But this is everyone's dream, I know. But yeah, I'm actually not looking for a label. I just make the music and then decide which label could fit. And even if they say no, there are always people who like the music and probably will release it. So even if it's not released, it's okay. I mean, it's music not for just everyone else, but for myself as well. So
that's what you make it for. If you make it for yourself, it's the purest form of music, really, isn't it? Definitely.
Yes.
Well, yeah, as we're coming up to the end of that podcast now, so thank you for coming on.
Thank you for your invitation.
And release day tomorrow.
Yes!
So anyone who's listening now, or anyone's going to listen on Spotify, it is now the 28th of January. So on the 29th of Jan is Orange's second release, Alec Field, Digit 97, Colour Scale LP.
Yes.
Go up to check it out. But yeah, thank you for coming on, Alex. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, have a nice